Leo stretched and yawned as the sun rose over Death Valley. Today was going to be a perfect day for an adventure. He grabbed his hat, filled his water bottle, and ran outside to meet his best friend, Coyote. "Ready to explore, Leo?" Coyote asked, his tail wagging with excitement. "Absolutely," Leo grinned. "Where do we start?" Coyote thought for a moment, then pointed toward the horizon. "Let's begin at Badwater Basin. It's the lowest point in North America." Leo raised an eyebrow. "Lowest? But we're on dry land." "You'll see," Coyote said, trotting off with Leo following close behind. As they reached the basin, Leo saw something that looked like a giant mirror on the ground. The ground sparkled with something white, and it seemed to stretch out for miles. "What's all this white stuff?" Leo asked, bending down to touch it. "It's salt," Coyote explained. "A long time ago, this place was a giant lake, but over thousands of years the water dried up, leaving all this salt behind." "Wow, that's incredible," Leo said, squatting down to examine the salt. "It's like the ocean left its mark but without the water." "Exactly," Coyote said with a wink. "We're standing in the lowest place in the Western Hemisphere. It's a truly unique spot." As they walked along, the sun beat down, and Leo could feel the heat rising from the ground. But instead of feeling hot and uncomfortable, Leo felt excited. There was so much to discover in this vast and dry land. "Where to next?" Leo asked. "Follow me to Zabriskie Point," Coyote answered, leading Leo up a small hill. When they reached the top, Leo gasped. The view was breathtaking. The hills around them rippled in colors of yellow, gold, and brown, almost like a painting. "Wow, it looks like a work of art," Leo said, staring in awe at the land below. "It sure does," Coyote said. "These hills are actually old lake mud that dried and cracked over time. The wind and rain shaped them into these amazing waves of color." Leo nodded, taking in the beauty of the landscape. Nature sure knows how to create something beautiful. They continued their journey, heading toward the nearby Mesquite Flat sand dunes. As they approached, Leo could hear the sound of sand shifting underfoot. It felt different than any place he had ever been. "This is amazing," Leo said, feeling the soft sand between his toes. "What makes these dunes so special?" "The wind," Coyote replied. "The wind moves the sand, so these dunes are always changing shape. No 2 days are ever the same here." Leo marveled at how the dunes seemed to shift and change before his eyes. "That's so cool. It's like the land is always alive and never stays still." "Exactly," Coyote said. "The desert is always changing. It's a place of constant movement." After leaving the sand dunes, Coyote led Leo up a steep mountain trail. As they climbed higher, Leo began to feel the coolness of the higher altitude, and soon they reached a place called Dante's View. Leo stopped and stared. The view stretched out before them like an endless sea of desert. "I can see forever from here," he exclaimed, his eyes wide with wonder. Coyote smiled. "From here you can see all of Death Valley and even Telescope Peak on the other side of the valley." Leo felt a sense of peace at the top of the mountain, the world stretching out before him. "This is amazing! I can see everything." They descended the mountain and continued their exploration. Soon, they came across a massive crater in the ground, its dark edges standing out against the surrounding desert. "What happened here?" Leo asked, peering down into the giant hole. "A long time ago, this was created by a volcanic explosion," Coyote explained. "This is Ubihibi Crater, and it's a reminder of how powerful nature can be." Leo looked at the crater in awe. "Is it still dangerous?" "Nope," Coyote said. "The volcano is long gone, but the crater is still here, showing us the force of nature." They continued on their way, feeling the desert heat and the excitement of discovery. As they trekked, Leo noticed a small stream trickling through the desert floor. He knelt down and saw a tiny fish swimming in the water. "Is that a fish?" Leo asked, surprised to see anything living in such a dry place. "It sure is," Coyote said. "This is Salt Creek, and it's home to a special kind of fish called the pupfish. They live in these salty waters, even though it's one of the hottest, driest places on Earth." "How do they survive?" Leo asked, amazed. "The pupfish have adapted over thousands of years," Coyote explained. "Their ancestors lived here when Death Valley was once a large lake, but they've learned to live in these salty waters. They're tough little creatures." Leo took a sip from his water bottle and smiled. "I never knew life could thrive here, even in such a harsh place." As the day wore on, the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the desert. Leo and Coyote climbed back to Dante's View to watch the sunset. The sky turned shades of orange, pink, and purple, and the stars began to twinkle above them. "This is so beautiful," Leo whispered, taking in the colors of the sky. Coyote nodded. "The desert at night is just as magical as it is during the day. It's a place full of surprises, and there's always something new to learn." As the stars filled the sky, Leo felt a sense of calm. "Today has been amazing," he said. "I've learned so much about this incredible place. Salt flats, dunes, craters, and even fish in the desert." Coyote wagged his tail. "Death Valley is full of secrets. There's always more to explore." Leo smiled, feeling proud of all he had learned. "I can't wait to see what else we'll discover on our next adventure." With the night sky sparkling above them, Leo closed his eyes, feeling the desert's quiet beauty all around him. He knew this was just the beginning of his many adventures in the national parks. The desert whispered softly in the cool breeze. "There's always more to explore.